The new docuseries Tiger King on Netflix is an insanely entertaining and amazingly interesting new docuseries. I'm going to be doing a live stream all about this tonight, but not on this main channel, my backup channel, where I'm going to be playing a bunch of clips, doing reviews, making fun of them, doing follow ups on what happened to a bunch of these people. So I'll put a link in the description and I'll pin it to the top of the chat so you can follow my backup channel. So tonight at around 7 or 8, I'm going to start doing that live stream. We're really going to get into it. But for right now, I'm just going to give a review. So when you first see like the cover art for this, you'll go into this thinking, I'm not going to watch this, especially like a docuseries about a gay mullet redneck named Joe Exotic who is breeding tigers and doing his own zoo. But it is entertaining from the first second to the last second. It's hilarious. The story is unbelievable, but it's all documented. Like, they got a lot of crime breaking stuff. There's a suicide on camera. There's tigers attacking people. The cast of characters is also insane too. So, like, you got Joe Exotic, you know, the main character with the tiger. He's this gay dude who's into straight dudes. So he's got these two gay boyfriends who live with him. See, their whole zoo setup is sort of a scam. So they breed these tigers. By the way, there's more tigers being bred in America, like twice as many than there are in the wild in the world. This is an American phenomenon. So you got this guy who's the main guy, the main focus of the documentary. However, the twists and turns in this documentary and jump from other characters is just as interesting. But this is the main guy. So this dude is a character within himself. He ran for governor. I'm shocked he got 20% of the vote in Oklahoma, by the way. But this guy is worth the price of admission by himself. And his story, this ultimately turned out to be about murder for hire, about euthanizing cats. The whole thing is insane. His story is very interesting. And I don't want to give away what ends up happening to him, but it's just a fascinating journey. But the other side characters are very interesting. Like they got a guy named Doc Antle. He's a polygamist who does the big cat thing with like 7 wives. By the way, all these dudes got an insane amount of money. Then they jump to like this shifty dude who comes in from Vegas and helps Joe Exotic. And then they got this woman, Carol Baskin, who plays like the straight character of she owns Big Cat Rescue. And she's like plays the I do this legitimately. I own a real sanctuary, not one of these zoos. And I'm trying to shut these other guys down. And in fact, I think I've seen her organization in another documentary. There was a documentary called You Don't F With Cats, which was about some nut job who was murdering kittens on camera. And that was a very interesting, by the way, too. But I think they were involved in that documentary trying to find out who this guy is. So this woman plays like I'm trying to take these bad guys down. Then you get to like episode 3 and they start attacking her and exposing her. And it turns out this woman, personal thought, I'm like 90% sure she murdered her husband. Like she was married to some multimillionaire dude. He's about to divorce her. He changed his will. He went missing, changed his will, and she ended up with all his money, and they never found his body or any proof that he died. So, like, that's interesting. And she ultimately, that Joe Exotic dude, makes a bunch of videos threatening her, and then he ended up getting charged with trying to put a hit out on her. But even that was set up. It's very hard to explain. You just got to watch the entire thing. But insanely funny. The cats in this, the tigers that they breed are insane because they're breeding ligers, but even like things bigger than ligers. And like these people are all weirdos, but they figured out this weird thing to where Opening up one of these zoos with exotic cats brings almost instant success, especially in the states they're doing it. By the way, this whole documentary, if I was the state of Florida, I would sue to get myself thinking. This is every negative stereotype about Florida, Ken times 10 in this documentary. Like, the crimes these people are, they're like walking around with guns. There's this great scene where Joe Exotic thinks they tried setting him up to be killed in the tiger cage, and they sprayed his shoes with cologne, and they get it on camera. The tiger like sniffing his shoes and dragging him and trying to kill him, and he just takes out his gun and starts shooting at all the tigers, and he's swearing at them. It's the funniest. The footage they got in here, because there's this whole other storyline about how this dude was shooting a documentary, but he's really doing it for some other reason. But then this dude did like arson. The amount of open crimes on camera being committed, and the fact that no one ever got charged for those crimes in this, just makes Florida look really bad. More specifically, Florida and Oklahoma, where this guy Joe Exotic's out of Oklahoma, and Caroline Baskin's out of Florida. So, it's hilarious. It's fascinating. They got themselves a good little scam. So, like, they figured out they can get hot chicks with, like, cute tiger cubs. They can open up these zoos. People want to check out these zoos. They get people to work there for, like, slave labor. Like, Joe Exotic, he'll pick up felons, and he'll pay them $150 a week, and they get to live in a trailer, like, on the compound. And this also go back to this, and you're supposed to feel bad for them, because, like, oh, that's not good money or pay or anything, especially for the dangerous job. But then, like, they go to this Caroline Baskin lady who's like, I do it right. But then you turn out she uses just volunteers. She doesn't pay anybody anything. So, like, it's not like she's paying employees, too. And you see her scam part. But the side characters are so fascinating. Like, he's got this lesbian chick who works for him named Kelsey. And this is on camera. She gets her arm bitten by a tiger on camera. She looks sort of Asian with a shaved head, and she's a lesbian, obviously. And he's like, oh my God, my business is ruined. One of my employees just got their arm ripped off. She has no more arm on camera. And then they just show her chilling. Yeah, I love this place. I'm not going to sue or anything. I just continued to work my job for $150 a week just to stay with the tigers. These people are the biggest weirdos ever. And since this was a bunch of real life events, they have great clips from like Stephen Colbert and John Oliver. So the whole documentary is great from beginning to end. I highly recommend checking this out. It doesn't matter what you're into. You want to see a freak show? Check this out. You want to see a great murder mystery thing? Check this out. You want to see a hilarious documentary? Check this out. If you just want to check out something fascinating, check this out. If you like looking at weird, majestic animals and ligers and stuff who are bred weirdly to make them huge and see people interact, check it out. If you want to see people mauled on camera, check it out. This documentary, if you're gay and you want to see pro-gay guy, if you're into polygamy, whatever you're into, this documentary somehow has this. I also encourage like shows like Howard Stern and Jim and Sam or whatever. Watch this and start talking about this on your show because it's so fascinating. So like I said, I highly recommend it. If you've already seen this, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a live stream about this tonight on my backup channel. Once again, I'll put a link in the description and pin it to the top of the chat if you want to check it out. I'm going to be playing clips. Trust me, we're going to go over it properly. I'm watching it now in the background. Obviously, you can't see it because I got it muted. By the way, this is one of the few documentaries you can watch sort of muted and kind of be entertained still. It's so bizarre. And these people, they've been doing this for mad long. Like a bunch of the footage is them from like the 80s. And like them, like they get, like they tussle with, they're like Grizzly Man, but with tigers. It's so, and lions and bears and other animals and elephants. Uh, like I said, I give this documentary an A. Check it out. It's on Netflix. It's called Tiger King. I highly recommend it.